Across the northern spine of the United Kingdom, there lies a landscape of breathtaking and ancient beauty, the Moorlands. These wild, windswept expanses have shaped the character of the land and its people for thousands of years, standing as a testament to the enduring power of nature. Vast, open spaces, cloaked in heather, grasses and mosses, stretch from the Peak District to the Pennines. The moorlands are a patchwork of color and texture, changing with the seasons, from the vibrant purple of blooming heather in late summer to the muted golds and browns of winter. These are living, breathing ecosystems, silent yet vital. The moors may seem quiet and empty, but beneath their surface lies a world teeming with life and intricate natural processes. The secret to their character lies beneath our feet: peat. This dark, rich soil is the foundation of the moorland's unique environment, holding the memory of centuries past. Peat forms over thousands of years, from decayed plant matter in waterlogged conditions, creating a deep, spongy soil. Each layer is a record of ancient climates, preserving the story of the land through millennia. It acts as a giant natural sponge, soaking up rainwater and providing clean drinking water for millions. The moorlands are essential to our water cycle, slowly releasing filtered water into rivers and reservoirs. The UK holds a significant portion of the world's blanket bog, making these moors as ecologically important as rainforests. Their preservation is vital for global biodiversity and climate stability. They are sanctuaries for unique plants and animals, adapted to harsh, wind-swept conditions. From the haunting call of the curlew to the resilient heather and rare insects, life here is tough, but remarkably diverse. Moorlands are immense carbon stores, locking away millions of tons of carbon and helping fight climate change. By protecting peat, we prevent the release of this stored carbon into the atmosphere. Protecting these landscapes is a global issue. Their health is tied to the health of our planet. Scientists from around the world study these moors, recognizing their role in regulating climate and supporting life. To walk the moors is to walk through a living museum, holding the story of our climate and history. Every footstep connects us to generations past and to the future we are shaping. Their value extends far beyond beauty. They are natural guardians of water, wildlife, and climate. The moorlands quietly sustain us, even as we often overlook their importance. We are only beginning to understand just how crucial they are. As we learn more, it becomes clear that the future of our moorlands is deeply connected to our own. The year 2025 has brought an urgent and growing threat to our northern moorlands: fire risk at levels unseen in recent memory. These wild, open landscapes, once thought resilient, are now facing dangers that are both immediate and deeply alarming. Prolonged dry weather and a dramatic lack of rainfall have left the moorland vegetation dangerously brittle. Grasses and heather, which should be lush and green, are instead withering and brown, creating a vast expanse of flammable material. Even the peat soil, which usually acts as a natural sponge, is losing its essential moisture. As it dries out, the moors are transformed into a tinderbox, where the risk of fire is ever present and growing by the day. Now, a single spark, whether from a lightning strike, a discarded cigarette, or even a stray ember from a campfire, can ignite a devastating blaze that spreads rapidly across the landscape. Firefighters and conservationists are on high alert, watching the weather with growing concern. Every shift in the wind, every rise in temperature is monitored closely as they prepare for the possibility of sudden, uncontrollable fires. The combination of dry fuel, unseasonably warm temperatures, and strong, unpredictable winds is a recipe for disaster. These conditions can turn a small fire into a raging inferno in a matter of minutes. Climate change is shifting the natural cycle. Milder, wetter winters are now followed by hotter, drier springs and summers. This new pattern is leaving the land vulnerable, with less time for recovery and more opportunity for fires to take hold. Once peat dries, it's incredibly hard to re-wet. Fires can smolder underground for weeks, hidden from view, only to flare up again unexpectedly. These underground blazes are especially difficult to control and can cause long-term damage to the ecosystem. 2025 is a turning point, a stark warning of what may become the new normal if global temperatures keep rising. The changes we're witnessing now could be just the beginning of a much larger crisis. The vulnerability of our moorlands is a visible, undeniable sign of the climate crisis. The scars left by fire are reminders of how quickly these ancient landscapes can be lost. The threat is no longer distant, it's here, now, affecting communities, wildlife, and the very character of the land. People who live and work here are feeling the impact firsthand. The fate of these ancient landscapes hangs in the balance, dependent not only on the weather, but on the choices we make as a society. Our actions in the coming months and years will determine whether these moors survive for future generations. What we do next will shape their future. By working together, through conservation, education, and urgent climate action, we can help protect these vital landscapes and ensure they remain a part of our world for years to come. Moorland fires start in two main ways: natural causes and human activity. Natural fires, like those from lightning strikes, are rare in the UK. Most fires are fueled by dense, dry vegetation and underlying peat, which, when ignited, can smolder unseen for weeks. Controlled burning for land management has sometimes led to wildfires, but these practices are now heavily regulated. The overwhelming majority of moorland fires are caused by people, often through carelessness or accidents. Deliberate arson is less common, but can be devastating. Understanding these human causes is key to prevention. Every fire is a reminder of how fragile these landscapes are. Prevention starts with us. Human carelessness is the leading cause of moorland fires. A discarded cigarette or a portable barbecue placed on dry ground can ignite a blaze that spreads rapidly. Campfires, even when thought to be extinguished, can leave embers smoldering in the soil for hours. Glass bottles, left as litter, can focus sunlight and start fires. Arson, though less frequent, often results in larger, harder to control fires. The motives for arson are complex, but the consequences are always devastating. More visitors to the moors mean a higher risk. Many are unaware of the tinderbox conditions. Public education is critical to prevent accidental fires. Awareness and responsibility are our best defenses. A moment's thoughtlessness can destroy centuries of growth. We must all act with care. When fire sweeps across a moorland, it leaves behind a blackened, lifeless landscape, stripped of its natural beauty and vitality. The once vibrant expanse is reduced to a haunting scene of charred earth and ash, a stark contrast to the lush greenery that once thrived here. The living carpet of mosses and plants, which is crucial for water absorption and peat formation, is destroyed in moments. These plants act as nature's sponge, soaking up rainfall and slowly building the peat that stores carbon for centuries. Without them, the ecosystem's delicate balance is shattered. Burning peat releases vast amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, turning what was once a powerful climate ally into a significant source of greenhouse gases. This not only accelerates climate change but also undermines years of conservation efforts. Smoke and ash pollute the air, drifting for miles and affecting communities far beyond the fire's reach. People living nearby may suffer from poor air quality, health issues, and even disruptions to daily life. Recovery is painfully slow. Decades or even centuries may pass before the moor returns to its former state. Some scars may never fully heal, leaving a permanent mark on the landscape and its wildlife. Bare soil is left exposed and vulnerable to erosion. Heavy rains can wash precious peat into rivers, clouding the water, harming aquatic life, and reducing water quality for people and wildlife alike. The moor's natural flood defenses are weakened, increasing the risk of flooding in nearby valleys and communities. Without healthy vegetation, water rushes off the land instead of being absorbed. Recent fires, like the devastating one near Saddleworth Moor, have released tens of thousands of tons of carbon in a matter of days, undoing years of carbon storage and restoration work. Fire crews work tirelessly, risking their lives to contain the blaze, but the environmental cost is immense and long-lasting. Each fire is a stark reminder of what's at stake: our climate, our wildlife, and the future of these unique landscapes. The scars left behind are visible from space, a testament to the scale of destruction, and these marks will last for generations to come. The damage is profound, both seen and unseen, affecting not just the land, but the air, water, and all the life that depends on the moor. For moorland wildlife, fire is catastrophic. Ground-nesting birds, reptiles, and insects are especially vulnerable. Many cannot escape the flames. Even survivors face a barren landscape, with food and shelter gone. The intricate food web is shattered, and recovery takes years. Local communities suffer too. Smoke harms air quality, disrupts daily life and can force evacuations. The economic cost is high. Firefighting, lost grazing land, and damage to tourism all take their toll. The emotional impact is deep. Seeing a beloved landscape burn is heartbreaking. The scars affect everyone, from farmers to families. The consequences ripple far beyond the fire's edge. Protecting the moors protects both nature and people. A coalition of organizations is working to protect our moorlands. Specialist wildfire teams, equipped and trained for these unique landscapes, are our first line of defense. Conservation groups are restoring moorlands by re-wetting peat and planting sphagnum moss to make them more fire-resistant. Public awareness campaigns remind visitors of the risks and rules, especially during high-risk periods. Legal measures, like banning barbecues and campfires, help reduce accidental fires. Technology, drones, and satellite data helps monitor conditions and spot fires early. These combined efforts are making a difference. Prevention, restoration, and rapid response are key. Protecting the moors requires teamwork and innovation. Together we can safeguard these precious landscapes. Protecting the moorlands is everyone's responsibility. Never light fires or use disposable barbecues on the moors. Pack a picnic instead. Be vigilant with cigarettes and litter. Take everything home, especially glass. Don't park cars on dry grass, as exhaust heat can start fires. If you see fire or risky behavior, report it immediately. Quick action saves habitats. Support conservation efforts by volunteering, donating, or spreading awareness. Talk to friends and family about moorland safety. Share official information on social media. Every small action helps prevent disaster. Be the eyes and ears of the moorland. Together, we can build a culture of care and respect. The future of the moors depends on us all. The northern moorlands are a vital part of our heritage, sources of clean water, wildlife havens, and climate defenders. Recent fires are a stark reminder of their fragility, yet hope remains in the dedication of those restoring and protecting these landscapes. Healthy, re-wetted moorlands are more resilient to drought and fire. The future of the moors depends on our choices. Most fires are preventable. Respect and awareness are key. We must become active guardians, not just admirers. Let's ensure future generations can walk these hills and hear the curlew's call. The moors are a legacy, a gift we must protect. Their health reflects our relationship with nature. We cannot let fire have the final word.